We all know child sponsorship has an incredible impact on a kid's life, but have you ever stopped to think about the technology that makes it all work? Today, we're going to dive into how the right software is about so much more than just managing data. It's really about building genuine human relationships.
So, here's the game plan. First up, we'll dig into the power of connection. Then, we'll get practical with the tools for building bonds and see some software in action. After that, we'll walk through how to make the right choice, and we'll wrap it all up with the most important part, the lasting impact.
All right, let's jump right into section 1, the power of connection. We're going to tackle the big why here, why relationships are the absolute secret sauce for keeping sponsors engaged and making these programs thrive.
Okay, so let's start with a statement that might feel a little counterintuitive at first. Here it is. Donors don't give to organizations.
They give to people. That simple idea, it changes everything. It's about shifting our focus away from a simple transaction with a logo and toward a real, genuine connection with an individual. That is how you turn a one-time donor into a lifelong supporter. You build that emotional bridge.
And this isn't just some feel-good theory. The numbers absolutely back this up. Take World Vision Canada's Chosen program. They did something amazing. They let the kids pick their sponsors. And the results? Whoa. 96% of sponsors felt confident their money was making a difference, and 95% trusted the program. It's just undeniable proof that focusing on connection directly skyrockets trust. Okay, so we've established it. Relationships are everything. Now for section 2, let's look at the tools for building bonds. We're shifting from the why to the what, the specific software features that actually make these powerful connections happen. First on the list, communication tools. Think of these as the digital bridges connecting sponsors and kids. We're talking about secure messaging platforms, AI translation that can tear down language barriers, and of course, super important privacy features to keep everyone safe. It's all about enabling that direct connection, but doing it responsibly. Next up, personalized updates. This is a total game changer. It's what turns a generic report into a truly meaningful moment. Instead of just numbers on a page, good software lets you share photos, videos, and progress reports that tell a child's unique story. I mean, can you imagine getting a short video of the child you sponsor reading their first book? That's the kind of thing that builds a real bond. And then, working quietly behind the scenes, you've got donor management systems. These are really the engines that make the whole experience feel seamless and personal for the sponsor. It's a central hub for tracking engagement, sending out those awesome personalized updates, and even automating reminders for things like birthdays. And when you compare the old way to the new way, it is night and day. The old way meant just drowning in admin, right? Hours spent on spreadsheets, sending out generic emails, data all over the place. But the new way, with modern software, is all about automated systems that send personalized updates and keep everything in one tidy central profile. The difference in efficiency and impact is huge. Okay, let's get practical. Section 3, software in action. Now that we know the tools, let's see how they actually transform daily operations, from just ticking off administrative boxes to creating truly meaningful engagement. I love this quote from a representative at Help You Sponsor. It just hits the nail on the head. Don't let outdated systems hold your mission back. Every minute spent on administration is a minute not spent changing lives. Man, that's powerful. It's a huge reminder of what's really at stake here.
And getting a modern system doesn't have to break the bank. For example, a provider like Help You Sponsor has a free plan for small organizations, a pro plan for growing ones, and a scalable plan for really high-volume programs. It just goes to show that this technology is accessible for nonprofits of any size. So this brings us to the big question, right? In Section 4, we're talking about making the right choice. How do you actually pick the right software for your organization? Well, here's a pretty simple framework to guide you. The whole process really boils down to 3 key steps. First, you have to define your relationship goals. What does a successful connection actually look like for your program? Second, you've got to test the communication features. Is it actually easy to send a photo or a translated message? And third, check the integrations and reporting. Does the software play nice with the tools you already use? And what does success look like in the real world? Well, after Save the Children UK implemented a new system, they saw donor data updates happen 30% faster, data entry errors dropped by a massive 50%, and their staff satisfaction with the system hit 95%. These are the kinds of tangible mission-boosting results we're talking about.
So, choosing the right software obviously has huge benefits for your operations. But in our final section, we're bringing it all back to the core mission, the lasting impact. Because this is about so much more than just keeping sponsors happy, it's about transforming lives. This quote from World Vision really says it all. The goal is to help break the cycle of poverty so children and families can step into the future with well-founded hope. The software, the updates, the messages, they're all just tools that serve this one profound human goal. And the long-term impact is just staggering. Research shows that sponsored children are 27 to 40% more likely to graduate high school. And get this, they're also 14 to 17% more likely to land a salary job as an adult. These aren't just statistics. These are entire life stories being rewritten for the better. But the impact doesn't just stop with that one child. It creates a ripple effect. For every single child sponsored, an average of 4 more people in their community also benefit. That is an exponential impact. It's a powerful reminder that the relationships built by these programs are what make this incredible ripple effect possible. So, we'll end with this one question for you to really think about. Is your system building relationships, or is it just processing transactions? Because as we've seen, the difference between those two things, well, it can change everything.